For this project, I chose to dive into and discuss threat intelligence and cybersecurity. What is threat intelligence, you may ask? Threat intelligence is best known as the process of understanding cyber threats so that future attacks can be prevented. This practice is used by many organizations throughout the world to help mitigate security risks and attacks. Threat intelligence is not just about responding to threats. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. Instead of waiting for a cyber attack to happen and then scrambling to fix the damage, organizations use threat intelligence to anticipate threats before they cause harm. Think about it like this. Threat intelligence is like a security camera system for the internet. Just like businesses use cameras to detect suspicious activity before a break-in, cybersecurity teams use threat intelligence to detect early warning signs of cyber attacks. Threat intelligence is important because cyber threats are always evolving, and hackers are constantly developing new attack techniques. A single cyber attack can cause financial losses, reputational damage, and even national security risks. Some examples of real-world cyber attacks that highlight the importance of threat intelligence include the WannaCry ransomware attack of 2017. This attack infected over 300,000 computers in 150 countries. Next, you have the SolarWinds supply chain attack of 2020, a sophisticated attack where Russian-backed hackers compromised a trusted software provider to gain access to U.S. government networks. By using threat intelligence, organizations can identify threats early, block malicious activities, and protect sensitive data from being stolen or compromised. There are three main types of threat intelligence. They are strategic intelligence, tactical intelligence, and operational intelligence. Strategic intelligence is the high-level view of cyber threats and trends. It is used by executives and decision makers to plan long-term security strategies. An example of that is government agencies tracking nation-state cyber threats to understand global cybersecurity risks. Next, you have tactical intelligence. This focuses on attack techniques used by cyber criminals. This helps security teams understand vulnerabilities and prevent attacks. An example of this is identifying malicious IP addresses, malware signatures, and phishing domains to block them before they cause damage. Finally, you have operational intelligence, which is real-time monitoring of cyber threats. This helps organizations detect and respond to active cyber attacks as they happen. An example of this is a bank detecting fraudulent transactions in real time and stopping them before the financial losses occur. These three types work together to provide a complete picture of the cyber threat landscape. How is threat intelligence data collected? Threat intelligence relies on various data sources to identify and track cyber threats. A few of these are security logs, which monitors internal network activity for unusual behavior, open source threat feeds, which gathers intelligence from publicly available sources like security research reports. Next is dark web monitoring, which is used to track cyber criminal marketplaces where stolen data and hacking tools are sold. And then finally, you have threat intelligence platforms, which are automated systems that collect and analyze threat data. By analyzing data from multiple sources, cybersecurity teams can create a more accurate picture of potential threats. Next, you have the threat intelligence lifecycle. Threat intelligence follows a structured process to ensure the data is collected, analyzed, and acted upon effectively. The key steps include data collection, processing and analyzing, action, review, and feedback. Going back to the beginning with data collection, that is used to gather raw threat data from multiple sources. Next, you have the processing and analyzing, which is identifying trends, patterns, and potential risks. Next, you have action, which is implementing security measures to mitigate or prevent attacks. And then finally, you have the review and feedback, which is updating intelligence strategies based on the new threats. This process can help security teams stay ahead of the cyber criminals. Challenges in implementing threat intelligence. While threat intelligence is crucial, it is not without challenges. These challenges include data overload, evolving threats, and integration issues. Starting with data overload, that is when cybersecurity teams receive millions of data points daily, making it difficult to analyze everything manually. Next, you have evolving threats, which are hackers constantly changing their tactics to avoid being caught and detected. Finally, you have integration issues, which are threat intelligence must be integrated into existing security systems to be effective. To overcome these challenges, many organizations use AI and automation, which I believe it works, but I don't think that is the answer. Right now, I'm going to talk about the positive role of AI in threat intelligence. Later, I'll talk about the negative. The positive role of AI in threat intelligence is automating data analysis, detecting new attack patterns, and simulating cyber attacks. These methods revolutionize threat intelligence. Going back to data analysis, AI can analyze massive amounts of threat data in seconds, whereas it would probably take a human way longer. Next, you have detecting new attack patterns. The AI can learn algorithms to identify anomalies that humans might miss, which is expected. We're not perfect. And then you have simulating cyber attacks, where the AI-powered tools can simulate attacks to test system defenses, which I think works very well. However, AI is a powerful tool. We must be cautious about relying on it too much. Cyber criminals are also using AI to create more sophisticated attacks. This means we must stay one step ahead by continuously improving our threat intelligence strategies. Building off of how we must be cautious with AI, what would happen if a cyber criminal decided to test attacks or simulate a cyber attack, and then that shows the holes, and then they can further dive in and then create an attack of their own? AI just laid out the blueprints for them to create this attack. I think that while it is important to use AI, we must also be cautious, because the more it evolves, the more danger it gives to a company. That's enough with the bad AI. Let's move on to future trends in threat intelligence. As the cybersecurity threats evolve, new trends are emerging in the threat intelligence field. These trends are AI and machine learning, government regulations, and threat intelligence sharing. Going back to AI and machine learning, that is the expanding capabilities for automated threat detection. Next was government regulations, which are stricter cybersecurity laws to protect businesses and individuals. Finally, you have threat intelligence sharing. That is where organizations are collaborating to share intelligence and improve defenses. For example, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, encourages companies to share threat intelligence to strengthen national security, which is huge. Best practices for implementing threat intelligence. To make the most out of threat intelligence, organizations should develop a strong intelligence framework, regularly update security measures, and finally train employees on cyber threats. Going back to the strong intelligence framework, implementing clear processes for collecting and analyzing threat data. Next, I said regularly updating security measures, which would be threat intelligence is only useful if acted upon. And then finally, training the employees is huge, because human error is one of the biggest security risks, which is, I guess, a positive to AI, but I'm still not a fan of it. Careers in threat intelligence. For those interested in a career in cybersecurity, threat intelligence offers many opportunities. Skills that you need to have, though, for threat intelligence are a degree in cybersecurity, computer science, or IT, strong analytical and problem-solving skills, a strong understanding of strategic, operational, and tactical intelligence, and finally, hands-on experience with cybersecurity tools and techniques. I feel that experience is huge when it comes to this, because you need to know what you're walking into. You need to know what to expect. You need to know how to act on the fly. That's why experience is huge. Threat intelligence analysts work in government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, financial institutions, and cybersecurity firms. As cyber threats continue to grow, the demand for threat intelligence professionals will only increase. In conclusion, threat intelligence plays a crucial role in the cybersecurity field, and its importance will only continue to grow. By understanding cyber threats and how attackers operate, organizations can stay ahead of cyber criminals and prevent devastating attacks before they happen. However, the world of cybersecurity is constantly evolving. As we develop new defenses, hackers are finding new ways to bypass them. This means that cybersecurity professionals must always be learning, adapting, and improving their threat intelligence strategies. What worked last year might not be effective today, and the threats we face now will likely evolve into more sophisticated attacks in the future. Threat intelligence is not just about collecting data, it's about using that data to make smart decisions. A company could have access to millions of security alerts, but if they don't know how to analyze them and act on the right ones, they're still vulnerable. That's why organizations must invest in the right tools, frameworks, and personnel to effectively use threat intelligence. Another key point is collaboration. No single organization, government, or cybersecurity professional can fight cybercrime alone. The more we share intelligence, the stronger our collective defenses become. Many government agencies, cybersecurity firms, and businesses are now working together to exchange threat intelligence so they can respond faster and more effectively to cyber threats. This type of global cooperation is essential for staying ahead of cyber criminals who often work across borders and collaborate in underground networks. And while AI and automation are transforming the field of threat intelligence, we must also recognize their limitations and risks. AI can process massive amounts of data and detect anomalies faster than any human ever could. But cyber criminals are also leveraging AI to create more advanced and evasive attacks. That is why it's critical that we continue to use AI as a tool while maintaining human oversight and expertise. We can't afford to become too reliant on technology. That seems like it's happening, but we need skilled cybersecurity professionals who can interpret data, think critically, and make informed decisions. At the end of the day, threat intelligence is about staying informed, being proactive, and continuously improving our defenses. Cybersecurity is just not a technical challenge. It is a battle. A long battle that will only continue to get longer and harder. That requires critical thinking, adaptability, and teamwork. As cyber threats become more and more sophisticated, we must rise to the challenge by strengthening our knowledge, redefining our strategies, and working together to create a safer digital future for everyone. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to view my PowerPoint and to watch this long presentation of threat intelligence. I hope you guys have a nice spring break and a successful rest of your semester. Thank you.